As we gear up for the Super Bowl, the lawfare against Trump continues to go back and forth with brand new developments on the Treasury. First, here's Stephen Miller on the on Doge effort to slash waste being attempted to be blocked by Democrats. Welcome to the Doug TenNapel channel. I can almost speak English. Okay. Let us know in the comments below. Who do you think will win? Chiefs or Eagles? Chiefs or Eagles? My best friend is rooting for the Chiefs, so I'm automatically rooting for the Eagles. That's how we do it every year.
After this expires at midnight on Monday, this offer for 8 months of paid vacation at the end of their term, will it go to layoffs if people refuse to come back to the office? What comes next?
Well, of course, if people refuse to come back to the office, they're going to be laid off. I mean, why would federal taxpayers be subsidizing Netflix watching at home for so-called federal workers? In other words, how can you call yourself a federal worker if you never show up at the office? We have these giant cavernous office buildings in Washington, D.C., carved out of marble, stone, and granite in the Greek classical style, some of the most gorgeous buildings on earth. The taxpayers fund it, they pay for it, they upkeep, they provide electricity to, and no one's showing up. And what are they doing at home? Watching their favorite streaming shows? It's crazy. Of course they have to get back into the office because they work for everyone watching me today and watching you today.
It is time for them to get back in the office. I like that old school work ethic, and I've been to those buildings. He's right. Like, they're ancient. They have a classic style. They are marble, and they are empty. Now look at that little chyron down in the lower right hand. It says Bret Baier interview with President Trump. So that's a Super Bowl tradition. Right around the Super Bowl, they always interview the president, and so Trump's will air at the big game. And on that note, this is that Mahomes guy from the Chiefs who's in New Orleans now, ready for the Super Bowl. And because the Super Bowl's coming up, I'm not a sports guy, but I will watch the game and I eat all the food. It is our family's tradition is to just have a big spread of snacky food that I'm not allowed to eat during the whole year. And then I get to go crazy during the Super Bowl. So you'll know what I'll be doing. But Trump paid him a compliment and said that Mahomes, I think his name is a real winner. Watch this.
Yeah, I mean, it's always cool to be able to play in front of a sitting president, someone that is at the top position in our country. And so I didn't see that clip, but obviously, it's cool to hear that he's seen me play football and respects the game that I play.
There's a lot of respect between the two. I like that he's, kind of humbled by the whole idea. And remember, this coming Super Bowl, this is the first time a sitting president has ever attended the Super Bowl. Trump is going to be at the Super Bowl. I think that's kind of a cool idea. Might be a cool new tradition that he starts from here on out. Now, more news. This one does not make me happy, but this is about the lawfare that I opened with, how it continues between Trump and the Democrats. This is Kyle Becker on X says, this dork judge issued an order effectively making himself the new Treasury Secretary of the United States. What does he mean by that? He's going over their heads. This is the article. Not the article, but this is from John Basham on X. Breaking constitutional crisis unfolding. Obama appointed New York federal judge Paul A. Engelmeyer has issued an ex parte order that barred President of the United States Trump from, as chief executive, from appointing anyone to audit critical U.S. Treasury Department payment databases, including the Secretary of the Treasury. Now, how does that work? That is the current Scott Bessent, Secretary of the Treasury. Judge Engelmeyer did this without a hearing from anyone in the executive branch representing Trump, and the judge did not cite a single law or binding authority granting him this power. In other words, he's a Democrat. This is what happens when Barack Obama appoints someone. This judge also ordered that all DOJ members or staff appointed by Trump to audit the Treasury must destroy the data they've already received or analyzed. This activist leftist judge has vastly overexerted power. Oh, you think? Not granted to him by the Constitution. The U.S. Constitution clearly states that all power granted to the executive branch where the U.S. Treasury resides is vested solely in the office of the president. This latest judge's order appears clearly extra-constitutional and exerts power not granted to the judicial branch. Judge Engelmeyer cited risk that sensitive data could be improperly disclosed, like all of their corruption, but cited no disclosure or legal or constitutional authority for him to even make such a ruling. And there's what this worm looks like. What do you guys think? I think this guy is about to get removed or slapped down by Trump. This is going to be fun to watch. And as that news develops, I'll bring it to you. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great time at the Super Bowl. And God bless America. God bless President Trump. And God bless you all. Thanks for watching. I'm Doug in exile.